What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys all had a good weekend, good 4th of July. I know we did. Got to let off some fireworks, hang out with family, eat some good food. Had a fun time. But today we're back to work on the Integra. It is already hot. It's already like 88 degrees in the shop and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's gonna be a hot one. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and try not to sweat my balls off. Alright, so we have the shift linkage hooked up, greased up, all back in its place. Everything in here got cleaned and really well greased. He did not have a bitch pin. He had a bolt through here, but it didn't have a nut on it, so it's at least better now that it's bolted in. Got the new bushing in the back, got that all cleaned up, greased up. Same with the shifter and the shifter ball. This was also kind of bent out of shape a little bit, so I tried to get it back good. But yeah, I'm gonna lower the car down and get in it and see how it's shifting, see how it's running through the gears. Come in here and run through the gears, show you guys. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. This will probably be the best this thing's ever felt. Some of the stuff still got to get some wear to it so that it's a little easier, but once you're actually, I'm out off the side of the car, but once you're actually planted in the seat with the shift ball on it, you know, really running through them, it should feel really good. Plus this thing just got like new fluids and stuff, and obviously I'm running through it without a clutch, but yeah, that's at least one thing wrapped up. Alright, so the nicely, freshly restored alternator is in with a new belt, looking fresh. Not much to see, but just another system knocked out, another thing off the list. It does look good and it does match though, which is what I'm happy about. 91 it looks like in here. Weather says it feels like 95. But yeah, definitely a hot one today. If you know about the timing belt plastic cover that comes up to like here, if you know about getting those off, that was not fun. But it is off now. Customer wanted it off. It was spray painted like red. When I did the alternator, I was able to get that off. Yeah, usually I wouldn't take something like that off if it was black and just OEM and I could clean it up or something like that, but it was literally spray painted red, so it did make the engine bay look a lot worse. So it's a new day, another hot one, and I want to show you guys how I spent my morning. Kind of tedious, kind of not very fun. I'm trying to get some of the crappy work, you could say, the tedious things out of the way before I start putting this back together. But yeah, let me show you. I went ahead and got like most of the fins straightened out. Some of them, you know, you can't do too much about, but I still got it to breathe a lot better. Fully cleaned it. This side's really bad. This is the side that was facing the front, but even still you can see, you know, the fins for the most part are straight. There's clusters of them that are still bent, but this thing's gonna breathe better now. I'll go ahead and slap a coat of paint on it and then clean up, you know, about all you can do for it. The half-size radiator that he bought just doesn't fit. Doesn't work for this core support or this chassis, or I tried to, but I tried to see if I could make it work, but it's like too tall, just not the right one. I'm sure a lot of people do it, but that's just not the right one. So yeah, for now this one will have to do. We got the stock hoses, stock clips, everything cleaned up. We have the stock fan on one side, and then there will be a slim on the other side, is what I'm going to try to get hooked up. So yeah, it's not the prettiest setup in the world, but it works fine. You know, you really can't beat stock when it comes to some things, so that's one system I don't mind keeping stock. I don't mind the look of. And then with our overflow being aftermarket and tucked real nice, it'll be all right. Everything will be blacked out. Everything will be freshly cleaned and coated. So it should work perfectly fine. And he'll have the cooling of the stock system, which is probably the best part about it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep cranking away on this, get the radiator coated black. I might coat the plastic of the fans, I'm not sure yet. I might redo the black on it. It cleaned up pretty well, so we gotta see about that. Alright, I got plastic paint on the end caps here, which is VHT. Love their brand. Looks really good. And then the fins, I just sprayed in some cheaper stuff, some cheaper semi-gloss. But yeah, it's not gonna look too bad. And then stock fan also got sprayed in the plastic paint. Not gonna look too bad. That stuff's drying over there. I switched gears a little bit back to the battery. We got these nice rye wire grounds for the entire car. You'll see more of those as I go to install stuff. But this is going to be our negative to ground connection, which I put right down here next to the battery. It's actually a factory grommet hole, just like that is, that I had to make a little bit bigger, and then I stuck a rib nut down in there, made sure it was all nice and cleaned off, getting good contact, good bare metal. And then basically you just have a 14 millimeter bolt that goes in here just like the battery stuff. So you'll be able to go 14, 14, 14 and pop this all out with ease. The terminals are even quick disconnect terminals, so even if you don't have to undo it down here, this is a nice locking flange bolt. So when you get that down and tight into the rib nut, you get your nice clean chassis ground that comes up here and will attach right here to the terminal. So that way that's all hidden. Once the carpet's back in here, you won't see it. And then we have our power coming in. This is a 4-gauge, American made, real copper, good stuff. This is the good stuff. Same stuff I bought for my car. That will run to the power terminal and then tuck behind everything. I'll probably use some P-clamps or some of those zip tie clamps to kind of tuck it all the way up to the front. So once the carpet's in here, this will pretty much be your battery setup. You'll have the ground going up to the negative and then the power coming into the power. Alright, so I'm pretty stoked on this. Turned out pretty clean. Obviously I don't have the terminals on yet and whatnot, but I ended up routing the power through the back plastics here and out this taillight hole. I don't have these plastic pieces, or at least I don't know if I do or not. They might be sitting over there in the pile of interior parts he gave me. But yeah, I can cut a hole through it or squeeze it out somehow from there, and then it tucks around, runs nicely pretty much all the way up with the brake line. You can see them run through there. It goes back around, it gets secured against the body, comes out down here again right on the brake line. I put some extra loom around it where it goes under there, and then it ducks underneath that one, and then it just ends up there where I have the extra at. So as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty clean, pretty safe. Everywhere that it needs to be protected, it's protected. Up here I have it to where, you know, the back seat stuff won't hit it or mess with it at all. Same on this side. I got these back plastics both in. Obviously the back seats aren't in yet, but the carpet is looking so much cleaner and better than it did before. And then the battery tray looks freaking awesome. Hopefully you're stoked on that, Alex. You will have your trunk still for activities and putting stuff back here and everything, but now you'll just have your battery in the back. About as clean as it gets, honestly. I trimmed the carpet around it. Also the like little plastic piece that's under here only had to be trimmed just a little bit, because it just runs basically like this, so I just needed a little section taken out of it. So that's in, you know, it's as sturdy as it ever is. And then lay the carpet in and it follows the battery tray perfectly. I'll probably burn some of the ends so that they don't fray too much, and then I might even go the extra mile and get some Velcro to stick it down with. But yeah, when the ground and positive are hooked up, it is going to be pretty clean back here. Get the back plastics all back in, make us a little hole for the power, and then put the rest of the interior in. Well, I should say the rest of the interior from the back up, and then I'll probably leave the front seats out, and then obviously the dash and stuff out, but I can at least get the back seats in and the carpet in, and then from there back it'll be all done. Because obviously I still have a bunch to do underneath the dash, but yeah, I think this is about as clean as it comes with a battery relocation. Looks, you know, a lot better. It's not perfect, but like I said, it's a full-size radiator, so it'll offer some good cooling. It is a little beat up, but it's not bad. And then the factory fan that used to be real beat up and ugly, and the blades white and dingy, are all just, it's all just blacked out now, so that hopefully those blend in the front of the car. Alright, so this is how the radiator is kind of going to sit. Obviously I don't have everything completely done, but basically the radiator will sit in here. I still need to find these or buy some, because I don't think we have any. But yeah, big fan, bolts in, OEM over on this side, slim fan I'm going to try to get to go on this side. I may or may not do some trimming down here by the header. But yeah, that way it's at least blacked out. Can't see it, you know, it's not sticking out as like a super old ugly part in the engine bay, even through like the different cap on it. So it's like when you step back and look, it's not like it's sticking out as ugly or anything. Yeah, it'll do the trick good. I'd rather have that for full size cooling, which will come off that port. I will either end up, if the slim fan doesn't go there, I might end up doing this. If the slim fan does end up going there, I might go here. I don't think that would look bad having it down there. So it all depends. If I don't run the fan, I might just go straight to the radiator like that, and then it's pretty tucked and clean doing it that way. But There's also some holes and a little bit of damage on this side, so I think down here might be the way to go if it doesn't hit with the headlight and stuff. I guess that would be a possibility too right there, but yeah, that's why I like this little thing. It fits pretty much everywhere. So I just got home and remembered that a package got delivered, so I figured I'd show you guys. Should be a new front lip. That thing's pretty nice. Seems like pretty good quality. Definitely poly. Comes with some hardware, so yeah. Not a bad little lip. Gonna look nice on the front. Well guys, that is gonna wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate the subscribers we have thus far. You can also hit the notification bell and it will alert you as soon as I post a video. But yeah, thanks for watching. We made a lot of good progress today, even though it was like 90 degrees inside the shop. And yeah, we're gonna make some more tomorrow. So peace out guys. I'll see you on the next one. You gonna give it to me? Or? Oh, you missed it. How you gonna miss it? Show everybody your mullet. What are you doing, Wes? You got grass in your mouth or something?